trying to do, baby? Tell me what you trying to do, lady. Tell me what you trying to do, baby. Tell me what you trying to do, baby. Tell me what you trying to do, lady. Tell me what you trying to do, baby.
We're live?
Yes.
You didn't whisper it like you usually do.
I just
Hey,
did.
hey, everybody. I didn't hear you because of the music, I think. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Tonight, as always, I have my lovely co-host, Mina.
Hello, everybody.
And with me, we have a very recognizable pillar of the community. He has done artwork for many of us, including me.
And me.
We have YeahMan. How's it going, brother?
Hello. All is well. Hello. Thanks for having me.
We're really excited to have you here, actually.
Not
And-
just because you're a
excited to be
Power
here.
Rangers fan, but mostly because you're a Power Rangers fan.
Right on, yeah.
I have to ask this question. Every time I look at your name, I think YeahMan.
Yeah, man.
So is it YeahMan or
Yeah.
YeahMan?
Yeah. man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like, just
Like, yeah,
just that
man.
saying,
Yeah, man.
yeah, just
Okay.
yeah, just that normal saying that a lot of people, if not everybody, will say it eventually. We're just like, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Okay.
I have
Yeah,
referred
very
you
common
to
saying.
so many people
Awesome.
and bought an artwork for other people as a gift, as you all know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um. So CCG is here,
What's up, CC?
Hello, CC.
and she wants to know if you could write a note for your younger self. What would you say?
Live in the moment. I don't know. Just stay. Don't worry about tomorrow or yesterday. Just live for today.
You know, that's way more inspirational than what I would write to my past self. Save all the money you can when you're young.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, there's some things that I may have not should have done as a in my youth, but I really wouldn't have changed anything because I'm pretty happy where
Well,
things are. So,
the thing I think
but
about
yeah,
is
just
if you didn't go through what you went through to get to where you are, you might not be the same person.
Yep, that's true.
yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
I wish some days I wish I wasn't the same person because I wish my dad would have forced me to interact with other humans my age because I might not have so much social anxiety if he had.
All right. So,
Also, I want to be a pain in Mia's ass. I'm gonna send you my Power Rangers profile, and I would like you to replace that. I want to see
Okay.
Crimson Ranger
Okay.
on screen from now on.
Uh-huh.
um,
That still is my favorite piece of artwork you've done for me, dude.
Yeah, it was an awesome piece. It'd be cool to do some more like poses and stuff of them.
When I get some extra money, I'm having you make me my Cerberus Megazord.
Yeah, that sounds awesome too, man.
so question, do you do animations too? I know you do still
Do
Not
photos.
you?
not at the moment,
Okay.
no. I mean, I've dabbled in it some, just but with time wise, yeah. I mean, I've
Yeah.
tried my hand here and there, and may again.
I
All
was
right.
But
just
there are
curious.
yeah, there
Mia,
are a
you got
few.
me excited because
That,
my first thought was to have Yeah Man turn PA Nightmares and like give me a morpher and do an animation sequence of me morphing into the Crimson Ranger because now I need that in my life. That's what you did to me, Mia.
I'm sorry.
yeah, that would be cool too.
I'm sorry.
You know who can do that? You know who I guarantee could do that for me?
I talked to him about the idea I had, and he's kind of busy, so
But you know who I'm thinking of, Jensen.
yeah, I know exactly. I sent him a
I'm
message and I said, "Are you busy? Are you too busy to do some artwork right now?" And he said, "Yeah, kinda."
I'm
And I said, "Okay, well, I don't want to bug
um
you."
I want to
Um,
say this just because I don't know if you're all aware, but recently Jensen had it to replace his starter
Mm-hmm.
in his car, and he used all of his savings, so he is hard up for cash. So if anybody is willing to go to his PayPal, you can find it on his Twitter, and just donate him something, it would mean a lot. I'm just
It
like that
would.
man's hard up, and he has a kid, and I donated like
He's a
money
great
to him.
guy. He's
Yeah,
really a
he
great
is.
guy. He's
So throwing that out there. If you guys can, please do. And if you all you can do is share it on Twitter, that helps too.
I don't know if everybody will understand this, but he is salt of the earth.
right on.
Me and Jensen became a homie when I found out about his wife's passing.
I
Um, I,
I
I
knew
I
him before
waited
then.
like yeah. Well, no, that this is what me and Jensen became like homies. I waited for like a month and a half after his wife had passed to even check up on him because I know from losing my mom that like you lose someone, there's a whirlwind, people are checking up on you, and then they stop. And they don't check up on you again like a month or two after, you finally had time to digest. So I purposely waited that long 2, he had time to digest, so I could check up on him, and he appreciated it.
Yeah,
And that was when me and him became homies.
I checked up on. I waited 2 weeks after the announcement, and then 2 weeks after that, and I just wanted to make sure him and the little one were okay.
Fun story. On one stream, everybody was claiming Violet, his daughter, as I'm Uncle this and I'm Auntie this, and I was just like, "Yo, tell Via I said hi." And Jensen's like, "Uncle Dustin says hi," and I was just like, "Aw, he gave me that title. I didn't take it for myself."
Um, my
Melted my cold heart.
my granddaughter was watching a stream that he had V talking to everybody and on camera, and she started talking to her
Oh,
like she could talk to. It was so cute, so cute. I wish you guys could just. I wish I had a camera to, you know. Um,
more of the story. Jensen's a G, but CC asks if you could be a He-Man character. Yeah, man, which one would you be?
and why?
I'd be Skeletor for the fucking memes.
Fucking.
And which generation? I would have to say. I go back to the original He-Man. So
I mean,
But
that's
yeah,
the only He-Man that I was
that's what I
thinking of.
enjoy is like the 80s He-Man, and there's also a 2000 version, and some of the newer stuff is pretty good too. A little hit and miss here and there, but other than that, I don't know, He-Man.
You'd
Or
be
maybe a little
He-Man.
character called there's a little character called Orko. He's like a little magician sidekick.
I know who you're talking about.
I like Orko.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Orca's a G.
If I had to be a He-Man character, it would probably be Sorceress.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, see you again, He-Man. Yeah. Fucking Skeletor, man.
Tila was too clingy, I think is the right word.
You know who I'd really be though? Is that badass jungle cat?
Yeah, Battle Cat.
Battle Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty cool too.
Yep.
But He-Man was a great show. I wasn't as into it as I was like other shows, but you can't go wrong with He-Man.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with He-Man. Let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah, I've been. Oh, go ahead.
No,
I
go ahead.
weirdly enjoyed Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Like I don't know why, but I
I did
really
too.
enjoyed that show.
Oh, my granddaughter, my daughter, my granddaughter, and my soon, hopefully, to be son-in-law took my husband and I out last Sunday, and we saw the Super Mario Brothers video or movie. And before it, there was a Spider-Verse advertisement. You know how they do the trailers, and they started it out with Miles Morales, and she goes, "Miles Morales, he's Spider-Man," and she's naming all of them as they come on the screen. I'm going, okay, I have
Please,
a Spider Kid.
please tell me she at least knows Peter Parker.
Oh yes, she knows Peter Parker. She knows
See,
Peter Parker. He was on there too.
I don't mind like Miles Morales is a great Spider-Man, but I've run across people who don't know Peter Parker was the original Spider-Man, and those kind of people I want to slap.
Mm. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
interesting, and she really enjoyed the Mario Brothers movie. And actually, out of all the video game 2 movies that I've seen, it's probably the best one I've seen.
You've seen the new Mario that just came out?
Yeah, that's the one we went to.
It was decent.
It was
I
really
was worried
good.
it was gonna be crap.
The
Wait,
first three.
Doesn't Jack Black voice Koopa?
Yes,
I'm all about it then. If
and
Jack Black's in it, I'm all about it. Jack
he
Black is a
sings.
comedy gold.
And he sings. He does a Richard Marx / meatball or meatloaf thing. I don't know how to describe it. It was good. And
So,
the next thing she said was, this animation is really good. And it actually wasn't bad.
if you want to
Yeah.
see good animation, you should watch the OG Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go, because that's trash. Don't watch that.
Mm-mm.
Teen Titans though was some of the best animation I've seen in like older TV shows.
Yeah, that was good.
Also, the original Transformers had some boss animation. Older TV shows, even though the graphic quality wasn't the best, the animation was so much better.
Well, animation goes through different stages. It's just like artwork. You see realistic, and then it turns into cartoonish, and then it goes into different shapes, and then it comes back to realistic. Yeah.
Y- Yeah, I feel like less animation today is actually hand drawn and just everything's done with the
Like,
computer now.
Yeah.
But
the thing is,
I enjoy like the mid '90s animations, the '80s animations. They reused a lot of
so,
animations, especially in He-Man. But
yeah,
Mhm.
the storylines are really what I enjoy. I mean, but they overuse like certain He-Man animations along with the other ones, but I mean,
slightly off topic.
Uh oh.
Did you watch Power Rangers Once and Always?
yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so what did you think about the Megazord and all the animations that they use instead of using like practical animation? They use CGI. What did you think of them? Because personally, I thought they looked
I would have
amazing.
I would have liked the scene just the way it was, like that old uh just the original way, kind of like your original Godzillas and
Well,
yeah,
I
the
like the
Megazord.
fact
The
that
the
they did
CG
it.
was a little off,
I like
I
the fact that
thought.
they made the Megazord look like more like stood out more. It honestly looked better. And if you watch it as they come out of the earth after so long, it's still dirty. And that was an effect that I appreciated. That like they didn't make it look pristine. It was still
Yeah.
it's still dirt and stuff on it. What did you think about
But
Once and Always? Because I liked it.
it was pretty good. I'd probably give it like a 3 out of 5. There was some hit
Yeah,
and misses for me, but other than that, nah, it hit like a nostalgia button. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
David Yost,
Um,
aka Billy Cranston, was still the best part of that whole series. That Once and Always thing. I'm partial to the Blue Ranger. I'm not gonna lie.
So,
yeah.
let's see. I had a question that went away.
Rest in rest in peace, Jason David Frank.
Yes. Um. Hmm.
Oh, by the way, I went to the gym today, and it was because I've been binge watching the original Power Rangers. So I blame Power Rangers for me being sore right now.
Okay.
Hmm.
Did you see the '80s Dungeons and Dragons?
No, I know about it, but no, I wasn't a fan of it. A lot of the '80s cartoons, I was,
Excuse me.
I didn't get to see like when they were on air. More or less, a lot of the '80s and early '90s cartoons and movies were seen on VHS at my grandparents. Me
Mm.
and my cousin, who's a few years older than me. He my grandma had recorded VHS tapes for him and stuff, and I mean, as for me as well. But a lot of that stuff, with He-Man action figures and stuff, they were pretty much hand-me-downs for me, because I didn't get to experience the whole, you know,
Yeah.
that whole time when all that, when there was Thundercats and He-Man and
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons. But but just growing up with an older cousin, it was just, it was pretty much like I was there, but I was still confused why when I went to like Kmart at the time, that I didn't ever see those action figures. It was more of the newer stuff,
Right.
like the Amazing Spider-Man and you know things like that. You know, when there was like a Spider-Man cartoon out in the '90s. You know, and
Yeah.
I remember that, and you know, but yes, yeah. So, but when it comes to like the He-Man stuff, it's more of just like a nostalgic kick. It just reminds me of my older cousin, and just having the hand-me-downs, and and not being able to have them new. It's just always a fun adventure to go and seek and try to find those in box, for reasonable prices, of course, because a lot of that stuff is
Yeah.
crazy price.
Well, I just wondered because I've got it on DVD, but the new He-Man or the new Dungeon and Dragon movie is supposed to be based off of that
Mhm.
uh, cartoon, and anybody who's seen it remembers the Ranger, Hank. Is it bad I remember his name? I had a guy on my bus, my school bus. I was in like fourth or fifth grade. I had a guy on my school bus who was in the eighth grade, and he looked like Hank. His
So
name was Eric, and I had a crush on him, and I could never bring myself to tell him.
so we were
Mm.
doing this RP with Steven. We haven't continued it recently, but I was a halfling rogue, right?
Oh my gosh.
And everyone. So we get to this boat, and everyone was just like, the captain of the boat was like drunk, passed out, drunk, sleeping on the deck, and so someone like pees on him. Someone smacks him with their staff. Someone else makes a loud boom in their ear, and you just see me go, "I'm gonna disappear into the shadows." And it was so the cloak wasn't the captain. He was like actually hanging out in the trees. So he fired arrows at their feet, and my rogue tried to sneak up behind him and poke him in the butt, but it didn't roll high enough. And so he shot an arrow at my foot, and my rogue, without missing me, goes, "What? I was just trying to poke you in the butt."
Oh my gosh. You're bad.
And it's just like it was like he was just innocently asking, like, "What? I was just trying to be funny.
Oh my
At
gosh.
least I didn't pee on you like the other person."
So,
But it was just fun. I had a lot of fun. D&D is that one place where you can make the most like ridiculous characters, make
mhm.
them work, and just have a blast.
So, what have you always been great at art?
Um, I don't never. I mean, I've always enjoyed art. Uh, to have the status of great, I don't think I've accomplished that, nor do I
Well,
think
I
there's
mean,
ever
what
an
she
ending
thinks
point to
she's
that.
asking is, have you always had a knack
Uh,
for it? Like, have you always been able to like just make creative things and just kind of like just
I've
enjoy it?
always enjoyed. Yeah, I've always enjoyed the, you know, being creative. Uh, before like digital illustrations. I used to oil paint a lot, and
I would love to see
and
some of
have
those.
some. Yeah, I did a lot of that, and some sculpting here and there. I've dabbled in just a lot of different things, but it's always came from you know since I was real little. Just doodling. It's just my way to escape. I was a quiet kid, so I spent a lot of time looking at comic books, and especially like just yeah, and just wanting to draw what I
So,
saw. So it's
mhm.
just most of the
did
time just
you
paper and pencil.
did you have
That's
like
so
a
cool.
go-to thing to draw? Something that you made yourself, or something that you would like repeatedly just draw over and over again? My girlfriend has a character that she created, and that's like whenever she's feeling creative, she'll draw that, and generally she'll cross into something else after she draws that thing. So, did you have something like
Mhm.
that you drew repeatedly just for fun?
Skulls. I've always I think like one of the first things I think I tried to draw was Ghost Rider, and so
Oh,
I'm
that
a
Oh
is
big
so
Ghost
wow.
Rider
hard.
fan. But I mean, it came out, how a 5-year-old would draw,
Terrible.
but
It's how it came out, but you know.
but just yeah, just skulls are pretty cool. I mean, I enjoy drawing whatever, it's really not you know, a
So
I mean, there's some
um
things I don't draw, but I enjoy drawing everything from animals to tech, cars, planes, characters, creatures, monsters. It's
nice.
just abstract, whatever, really.
You're good
But
at taking somebody's thoughts and putting them on paper. Or
He really is, because I've given him like just random shit. I'm like, hey, I want this, this, and this incorporated in the drawing, and go. And every time he just comes back with something, I'm like, that was exactly what I had in my head. How did you do that?
mm,
Also, before anything else, I want to say hello to Chris, because she said
Chris,
hi to me, you and Filia. Filia's not here today. I'm not sure, she's just not feeling well. We haven't heard from her, so
we
it's
heard
just
from
me and
her
Mia right
last
now.
night, but we haven't heard from her today. So
Yeah,
kind of
so
worried about her there.
I'm just assuming she probably got one of her migraines. She's asleep, and
Yeah,
you
I
know,
wish we could get her. I wish we could get her health settled out. Let me put it that
I,
way.
I just wish she didn't miss this one because I know she was looking forward to
I
Yeah Man.
know. I know. She was all excited when we said when you told us.
Yeah, I was trying to get someone else, and they're like, I'm gonna need to postpone," and I was just like, "Thanks for letting me know a second." But
Hi, T Stash.
and then I asked Yeah Man, and he's like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "All right, cool, we're good to go." What up, T? How you doing, buddy?
Um,
hello.
So, I've always tried. I'm still working on it. I dabble. I'm trying to be able to draw Power Rangers because that's just kind of what I'm into. So, but whenever I couldn't adequately do it myself, I'm just like, you know who I'm gonna go to? I'm gonna go to a professional who's never let me down, and that was you.
Well,
well,
I appreciate it. Certainly an honor drawing it up with you.
I can't draw stick figures very well. My granddaughter, however, is getting into the honors. She's in second grade. They're putting her in honors arts class,
Well, that's cool.
and I'm not really sure how that works, but I thought that was really neat.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. It's
She
not neat.
really
That's awesome.
is doing very well in her art, which she does not get that after me because I excel in putting pictures in people's heads with words and not with pictures because I can't draw words shit.
How are you?
Mhm.
And that's
Okay,
another
you.
reason why I came to you with the ideas that I had. And you did a fabulous job, and I wish I hadn't been so sick and I haven't gotten it farther along than I have.
Yeah, it was definitely a really awesome character you had in mind, and it was fun to work on with you.
Thank you. Um, you've got a bunch of characters
I
in.
wanna. Good of you. I'm just.
You've got a bunch of characters. Did you draw your banner?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, all those characters were just like a bunch of pictures that I drew throughout a period of maybe a year, and I just thought it would be cool to do a little collage.
That's cool.
Some of them are just personal, but a lot of them were with you know, created with other creators, and but just at the time, I mean, I think I made that banner. It seems like a few years ago. Need to update it, but yeah, it's just that was over time. Yeah, I didn't draw all those specifically for that banner or anything like that. Just kind of collaged a bunch of art that I had done
It's
to
amazing.
surround my one character.
Yeah, man. You should check your DMs.
Um,
That's my best attempt at a Power Rangers helmet.
Oh boy.
It doesn't look bad though. That's the thing.
no, yeah, give it splash a little color on there, and yeah, it looks good, man. That's the Red
So
Ranger,
me,
right?
in high school I took art for like, well, middle school for like last year and all 4 years of high school I took art. So I can draw. I just haven't done it in like years, so I'm freaking super rusty.
Okay, I took art in 8th grade because I had to.
Here, you wanna see it, me? I will show it to you.
They didn't make me do any drawing, but the photography, I love the photography.
Here,
I
me,
That's cool.
check Traverse
Yeah,
Tavern.
I never got into I never got to take any art
hmm,
classes in school. I always got stuck in drama
Told you, it doesn't look
or
bad, right?
dance or something like that.
no, it doesn't look bad. Um, Drama. That's an interesting switch.
It wasn't my own choice. It was just that there was one time I got into I got to have be in art class, but then they moved me for some reason and put
Ah,
me in drama. And so yeah, so I didn't really get to learn much from school when it comes to art. It's just you know
so you're
self-taught
self-taught.
pretty much.
It's
Yeah,
still
pretty much.
it's really cool. You do a great job, and I
You,
have been hearing people sing your praises since 2019, so that says something.
yeah, dude. Like when I came into the horror game, I asked who does artwork, and I had everyone direct me to you. Some people direct me to Fleshwad, and she's great. Don't get me wrong. Her prices are a bit more expensive, uh, which I was like, you know what? I looked at you guys as quality, and I'm like, they're pretty much on par with each other. So I was like, I'm gonna go with a more affordable option, and I have not been disappointed by anything you've done. And if I have
Yeah,
any
she's an amazing artist.
And if I have any
Uh,
critiques
yeah,
for you, I always tell you, I'm like, this is what I was thinking, and you always tweak it, and it's like fucking perfection.
right on.
Fleshwad
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
different type of art.
yeah.
Don't
Outside
get
of
me wrong, I have some Fleshwad art. Don't get me wrong.
yeah, outside of more like comic book artists and things like that that I find inspiration from. Yeah, Fleshwad is find her art very inspiring. She's got a unique take on her art, and it's really cool to see when she posts the stuff that she does. And not only does she do digital art, but she has like little other things like stickers and
Mm-hmm.
wood boards that she prints her stuff on. And she's an amazing artist and really inspirational. And another person I enjoyed seeing art from was Ram Muerto. I think I
Yes.
said that, but I haven't seen him post in some time. But when it comes to animations, his it's just it look like you can tell he put time and passion into it, and I really haven't seen anything that can compare to the
Yeah.
animation that he does. But again, I don't, so very inspirational artist as well. And there's a few more, but the ones that come to mind are Fleshwad and
Darn it.
her style, and Ram Muerto with his style, but yet also
Right.
his skills in animation. But I'm not sure where he's been. I haven't seen him post in some time, so
I don't know,
hope
honestly.
all is well his way. But but yeah, and but I find inspiration from not just artists, but content creators in general. It's always awesome to see people share, what they're doing when it comes to art on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Being YouTube or narrations, writing, whatever it may be, 3D modeling. It's just all very very awesome to see, and you know, um, and I see more of that nowadays than I actually do with artists that once and still inspire me, but I don't and I found a lot of inspiration from like comic books and things like that,
Damn it, that's
outside
adorable.
of like
That's why I.
outside of things like go ahead.
No, you go on.
I'm
I was
sorry.
outside of
Zori sent me a photo of her son, his birthday today, opening up a present that was bigger than he is, and he picked it up and tried to carry it, and fell, and he tripped because it was twice the size he is. It
Oh
was
no.
adorable, hilarious at the same time.
That's what I like about your art is that even though it's more realism, at least to me, than cartoon, but it's like taking a cartoon and making them real.
I like to refer to his art
Yeah.
as graphic novel style.
Yeah, yeah. I try to. Again, it's just inspiration wise. A lot of it comes from, you know, more the taboo comic books. I like Spider-Man, X-Men, DC, but it was more or less the taboo comics that I wasn't able to get or
Mm.
see much of. It was more inspiring. Like a character named Spawn.
Mhm.
The company called Image Comics. They have
Mhm.
a certain look to their characters, and the artists that drew their characters, big inspiration to me.
Did you ever
But
see Crystal Comics?
I
Just curious.
may have
They
I
did
may
had
have
Eagle and Death's Head.
I want to follow that question up with: have you ever thought about trying to do artwork for actual comic books?
I mean, yeah, that's always been like a really cool idea, but it comes down to, I mean, I feel like it comes down to who you know, and also, um, when it comes to comic books, you have, individuals that do individual things. You have a
Mhm.
color, you have an inker, you have a penciler, you have a someone who does the text bubbles and stuff like that. So, even though I mean, I would love to work in that in that you know area, but it's just for me, I think it's trying to take the first few steps on to where to go. And I've listened to comic book artists, such as like Todd McFarlane, and and listen to tips and tricks on how to get into that business. And you're going to hear no more than you're going to hear yes, which,
Mhm.
that one yes is what you're looking for, but you might go through 100 no's. And it's kind of been like that in the tattoo world. I did
So,
try to be a tattoo artist not too long ago, but regardless that my art was okay, they thought my art was good, I'd get more no's, or they throw out some crazy number like they wanted 10, 15 grand just for me to stand around and take their trash out and learn under somebody in that nature. But I've heard some pros and cons to that. And so I mean it's seems like it's a hard gig to get into.
Mhm.
And
you know
but
who
I
I
mean,
kind of want to link him up with is I want to introduce him to Hojo, and I know Hojo's got his art on lock, but if he ever needed another artist, I feel like him and Hojo would like freaking just vibe well together.
Or Tug, the umbrella guy,
Yeah, yeah.
cuz he's going to be working on his fourth comic book soon. But
I've
again,
thought
So if you're willing, I might me might have some potential work that we could throw your way later on down the road.
yeah, I'm always up for discussions and stuff like that. And yeah, I definitely like to hear more. And yeah, I've always thought about coming up with a comic book. I mean, I got some stuff written down and things like that, but finding the time to do it, it's
If you
kind of
ever
just
need a
hit and
writer,
miss.
cough, 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 you know a feeling.
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
most definitely. I don't do too well I don't do too much writing. I have, and it's fun, but I just it was kind of like with YouTube. Art is more of a passion. It's
have you
just like having a left arm. It's just something that
yeah.
I always do, regardless if
Yeah.
it was online or not. So doing that versus YouTube videos. I just at the time I was putting more effort into gaining skills in the
Yeah.
art
Yeah.
department.
Well, you
But
do
I
have
must
some videos up
YouTube
on your
thing
YouTube.
too.
I must excuse myself for a moment. I got to use the restroom.
Mm-mm.
Alrighty.
We knew that was
Yeah, I
coming.
do. Yeah, I do have a few videos up. Yeah.
Um, so, have you thought about doing like a speed draw? Like, I guess how they
There
do it
are them
is
videos on there.
uh, okay. I didn't get
Yeah,
that far down, I guess.
yeah, you know, I initially had another YouTube channel because I was inspired to do narrations because I had like first when I first started getting on like YouTube and messing around on the internet, you know, because I felt more. I used to try to stay away from all the stuff, and I kept things what I feel more traditional. I was
Mm-hmm.
just doing my own thing, and you know, and just you know, appreciating it for my, you know, just liking it myself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I used to do a lot of oil painting and carvings and sculpting here and there with, you know, wood and clay and just a number of things of whatever I can get my hands into. And but yeah, the create my first YouTube channel was just inspired by coming across Mr. Creepypasta and that whole first like generation of storytelling for me anyways in the like creepypastas and you know and then I learned that you know anybody could do it. So but the channel now, Yeah Man TV, started out as uh, uh, a reaction channel. You know, I was in. I enjoy. I haven't done it in a while, but I used to really like. Well, if you go back and look at the first 20 some odd videos, it's me. I did Omegle reactions with Muppets, you know, like puppeteering. I have some high quality Muppets that you know that blinky eyes and hands and just you
Right.
know top of the line puppets. You know they need a little cleaning now, but at the time, you know, so that's how the Yeah Man channel started because I had gotten inspired by a few horror creators. And so I jumped into that, but then it ended up being like Omega videos and speed paint videos. So there's a whole bunch of speed paint videos.
Yeah, I just linked your
You know,
speed paint
Yeah, I was
playlist.
gonna say, have you ever thought about, just while you're drawing, record yourself and then just upload the process onto your YouTube channel? Because I feel like a lot of people would vibe with that just to see how after you give someone a creator their art, and they share it, then
yeah.
you just upload it to YouTube so people can see your process and how you work. Because I feel like people would enjoy that.
Oh, and that's
Well,
I
yeah,
guess what you speed paint, you just speed it up so it's not
yeah. I
three or
would
four
speed the
days.
video. Yeah, I would speed the videos up, throw some dubstep music behind it or something like that, and
I'm not even saying speed it up. I'm like even like mistakes and all. Just watch how you work.
Hmm.
yeah,
Add some
I mean,
commentary
it's not.
into it, like while you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all been considered. I used to go on a streaming platform. What was it called?
Because I'd
And I
watch
used
that.
I used to stream like drawing and stuff like that, but I can't remember what the streaming platform was called. It was it was kind of a popular one at the time. Um I can't think of it. I can't think of it. But it was similar to like Twitch, I guess, but you know, it wasn't
Yeah.
Twitch. I thought about going to
Microsoft
Twitch
had
and
one like that.
You know,
Can't remember the name of it.
off topic again, but we're talking about artists, and I follow this guy. His name's Harry Mack. I don't know if anybody knows who he is, but this guy is a rapper who only freestyles and does stuff off the top of his head. And the stuff he comes up with blows my mind.
Hmm.
Like it takes a special kind of person to like pull out raps that he does and not have them written down ahead of time. He just pulls them out. He asks the audience for 3 words, and then he just does a full length rap song out of that. And I'm just every time he just blows my mind.
All the way down at the
yeah.
2005, 8 years ago, 2015.
People's I only thought about that because he said Omega, and that's where he does a lot of his things. And it just just
Yeah,
just
I used
you know, just
yeah, I
all
used to
kinds of artists, man.
yeah, I used to do Omegle reactions and post little edit little videos together and stuff with the puppets and but you know there were a few others. I don't even know. I done lost track of what I was trying to say. But yeah, Omega videos, speed draw, and then I got back into narrations on the channel. And so I was doing a bit of a variety, and then I cut the Omega videos out completely. And just wasn't really digging that no more. And so it was just mainly, speed draw videos and narrations and up until I stopped, a few years ago for just a quick hiatus or whatever, I was still doing speed paints and whatnot. So I mean, so right now I'm just dabbling, cause I popped back onto YouTube just to, like I said earlier, when we were not streaming, kind of test the waters or whatever to see where the channel was and. I started back with doing just some little narrations here, but I may get an itch and do some speed paint videos on there as well. But right now it's just I'm not, too concerned about, scheduling anything or
Mm-hmm.
beat myself over the head that I need to put this art video out or something like that because it's
Yeah.
just, it's just
Ow.
just for fun,
Yeah.
So but
Oh.
if I was gonna do any
Yeah, that.
long term, like if I was gonna do any like long videos of drawing, I think I would go to Twitch and do that, which is also a possibility in the future, maybe.
Yeah.
And the
Damn.
only
I
thing
did.
I have a problem with Twitch is the videos don't stay around long, where you get the videos staying around on YouTube. And my son does Twitch, and one of the things he's been doing is taking the better ones and cutting them up so that they're more compact and putting them on a YouTube channel. So you could always do that too. And I
Yeah.
love your Barbie cross Queen of the Night. I guess it kind of reminds me of Elvira.
Yeah, that was I worked on that with a very awesome content creator. They do live streams on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
Emily Alucard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad at pronouncing names, but
It's Alucard.
uh yeah,
So,
Alucard. Yeah, but that was an awesome one to draw up with her.
what is the current avatar that Mia has? The one with like it's the largest one on the screen. It looks like it has freaking Mickey Mouse ears. It looks like an evil Mickey Mouse.
What?
Um, what are you talking about?
Oh, that's his YouTube uh, avatar.
Oh yeah.
I can never remember how to pronounce her name, but she's here. Uh,
Sarah's desk. Sarah's
Ceres, yeah.
desk. Hey, Sarah's desk. Been a while, girl.
Uh,
Good to see you.
um, you were asking about my evil Mickey Mouse avatar.
Yeah, it looks like a freaking evil Mickey Mouse, bro. Am I just imagining things, or is that what you just made an evil ass Mickey Mouse?
No, it's not. It's not Mickey Mouse. At the time, it was just me putting things on, and I had one of those morph masks. So like in some older videos, I used to get on. I used to do intros where I was in the intro, and I would record my audio, then I would lip sync up to it before I got into doing the story, narrating the stories. I always did these little intros, so I just kind of just like looked around to see what I had around the room to put on. Uh, Being at the time, I was focusing uh, like on this whole monster look because the two puppets that I have or Muppets I have are monsters. So I thought, well, maybe my character can be kind of like a monster. So I had a black morph mask and with some ski goggles and an Adventure Time hoodie because I'm a big fan of Adventure Time too.
Yeah,
So
cool.
so yeah, so I had a hoodie and I had some like mascot arms that were made by the same person that made my Muppets, so it was the same furry material, so kind of just all went together, you know. And so yeah, just my character is just like a it's supposed to be like a monster, but you know,
Well, if you look in the
hip monster.
um, Twitter picture, you can see the. I think that's the concept you were trying to draw. At least that's what it looks like to me.
It's just like a no face with blue eyes and yeah, just
Yeah. So, da, 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 da. What time is it? Okay. Um, so do you do a, yeah, I know you do a lot of work in the horror community. Did you get a lot of work outside of the horror community?
rock. So yeah, that's just kind of and then yes, yeah, I've done other things. I've drawn a lot of D&D characters and a lot of fantasy. I've done, you know, I've worked with people with graphic designs for menus and you know for their like their restaurant and stuff like that. And
Oh, cool.
so yeah, my prop, you know, I enjoy horror. So you know, and you know, character designs like you know inspired by like late comic books and stuff like that. You know, so but yeah, I've done a number of things outside of like horror,
Cool.
and you know, I've drawn. If I get some downtime, I might draw like a tiger or something, or you know, some kind of animal. You know, that's you know, but so yeah, I've done a little bit here and there, more horror than you know, more horror, but yeah, you know, I've enjoyed doing like the Dungeons and Dragons or D&D characters. You know, I've drawn a few of those for some people, and
Cool.
so yeah, you know, so fantasy, horror, anything really. There's some stuff I don't dabble in, but you know, more or less enjoy drawing anything if I can draw it.
This is a weird question to ask an artist. What is your favorite color?
mm, I mean, they're all pretty, but if I had to pick one, I like turquoise
Okay.
or blue, light blue, baby blue, or blue, black, and white. You know, like the colors of my character, and
Cool.
but like yeah, so yeah, I like blue, but I like all colors. They're all pretty.
Yeah, like I said, it's a weird question to ask an artist because most artists have a hard time picking just one. I have a hard time picking just one favorite of anything, but I hate that question, the favorite questions.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Again, yeah, all colors are cool, but if I had to pick one, it would be like a light blue,
Well, you could pick
turquoise,
white
or
since
something like
white
that.
is all the colors.
Yeah, aquamarine, you know, those kind of colors.
um, since we're mmm tongue. Since we're rolling down, we're at almost to our hour. Um, if you could choose to do anything in the whole wide world, what would it be and why?
Um, I don't
Ugh.
know.
What was the question?
Travel. I would like to travel overseas, you know,
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
uh, but do it, you know, like all the time, you know, if I was able just to do it, like, you know, but I don't know. I mean, I guess that's not like out of the question. I guess I could do that. I'm kind of a stay at home kind of person, you
Homebody.
know.
Me,
Yeah.
me and you are kindred spirits, my dude.
I mean, you know, I enjoy going out, but you know, I haven't so much lately. I enjoy the mountains. I used to go to the mountains a lot, and I may again soon. But I enjoy hiking and stuff like that. And I grew up on. I grew up in the woods. You're riding four wheelers and dirt
Mm-hmm.
bikes, broken plenty of bones, and so I enjoy the outside, but I enjoy being inside as well. If,
Well, something that would
I
definitely go ahead.
no, 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 by all means.
Something that was definitely a plus for being inside. I'm going to ask PA's question.
Okay, okay.
If how would human life be different if crocodiles and alligators could fly?
It'd be pretty wild.
I'd raid the liquor store and never come out again.
I mean, they would probably, they probably have seasons of alligator flying alligator hunting, like it's when deer become invasive around the area, they hunt them and eat them. So
Yeah.
I mean, I
My
guess it'd be easier picking.
my thought,
But
if they evolve to fly, what's to stop them from evolving to be fire breathing reptiles?
yeah, that'd be wild.
Then we'd have dragons on our hands, and that's when I would tame one and ride it around.
Yeah, that would be cool. Dragons are cool.
Okay. This is another one of those questions I hate because it's a favorite. What has been your favorite artwork to do, or do you have one?
uh, well, drawing. My favorite are doing monsters and creatures and stuff like that. Character designs. But basically the stuff that I work on now.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
Uh,
um,
That
I do know
yeah,
he really
drawing.
enjoyed working on the Power Rangers one for me because he doesn't ever get to do that kind of stuff. He said,
Yeah, I've if you go to if you go to on my Instagram or something, I did a picture of the Pink Ranger and the Yellow Ranger.
"Oh, I'm gonna check that out, bro."
And yeah, yeah, those were cool. And at the time, I was going to try to, you know, do all the originals, but I kind of haven't. And so that's something I do plan on revisiting, maybe doing a like a Red Ranger next, or the Black Ranger, the Green Ranger, or something like that, the White Ranger. I'm
I would
eventually
like
like
to
do
ask,
all of them, but
hypothetically, if I were to do like history of each of those Rangers, would you allow me to use those pictures for the videos?
yes, I mean that's something we can talk about
I could
for
even
sure.
toss you something for like for like using them, just that way.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I only
I
have
don't
I
know
only have
how to like I don't know how like the channels that do Power Ranger content get the pictures they do, but I'm worried that if I like just pull a picture off Google, I'm gonna get like a copyright strike. You know what I mean?
right. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty cool with that. Like again, I only done those two Rangers, so
Yeah.
I don't know when I will do any more, but it's in the back of my head. But yeah,
But
back to that question. My favorite things to draw are like people and monsters, or
cool.
characters, and people and monsters, and
I
Cool.
always just
animals.
enjoy watch. I always just enjoy the tweets that I like. I get notifications for that like new people have gotten Yeah Man artwork. I always enjoy just looking at it and just
Yeah.
marveling at just how well it looks.
That's cool.
It's
I
always
appreciate.
great to see you put more artwork out. So
Yeah.
I have to ask Jelly Bean's question, even though she's
Oh
not
God,
here.
this fucking question.
I have to ask it. You're alone in the house. There are no animals or anybody else in the house. The windows are locked, the doors are locked. Absolutely alone, doing whatever you feel like doing,
Sitting on the couch drawing your artwork.
whatever. And all of a sudden, you hear a fart. Do you laugh or are you scared?
Um, I don't
I'm
know.
immediately
I
calling
mean,
the
I
police.
think I'd be more surprised. I mean, I would yeah, I would wonder where that came from.
Uh,
I think
I'm gonna immediately ask Google where the nearest exorcist is at because I feel like I need it at that point.
I might
Hmm.
think like maybe a possum or raccoon got in the house or something that's behind the couch, and
I don't
but
know
I
where
don't
Man,
think
she
I would
comes
freak
up with that
out.
question, but she's every time she's in here, she asks that question. So we've gotten
this
used to
man,
asking it for her.
this man's out here thinking logically, and I'm immediately just jumping to ghost.
Mm,
If it was a
I'll,
ghost or something, I mean, I think that would be pretty exciting.
be
I don't
interesting.
know how, but I don't know how I would react. Probably won't want to move. Just look forward and be like, okay.
that ghost has zero manners.
Yeah.
At least say part of me.
Right?
So I have a question for you guys. How long have y'all been doing the Travelers Tavern?
Well, we did 50 episodes over on the other platform,
Okay.
and that went about a year and a half. And then we started over here, and we're on episode 68. You missed
Okay.
it by one, man. You missed it by one.
I'm
Or
67.
you missed it by 8 if you were
69.
trying to get, or if you, yeah, you missed it by 8 if you're trying to become a 69.
Mhm.
But yeah, we've been doing it about 3 years now.
Okay.
We have months like
Yeah,
last month where it just didn't happen for
yeah.
one reason
I
or
kept
another.
asking people to be on the show, and they kept saying yes, and then last second they would cancel on us. So we're like, okay. So last month it just didn't happen.
Yeah, and he had to work some of the month, so that
Yeah.
put a crick in it too. And I was sick. I'm very
Twice,
happy
man.
I'm not sick right now.
Mhm.
And also Mia's computer was on the fritz.
Yeah, it seems to be doing great right now, which is fabulous. I did not just do that, did I?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, fabulous.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
You got to
it's
do it
definitely
right.
awesome. It's definitely awesome that you guys invited me on here and or whatnot. I think this is probably like my second. Well, I did like a little interview many years ago, but this is the second time I've been on a live stream, and if it wasn't for Cece or Creepy Clown Girl, who was a big help with getting the Discord all set up and pretty much encouraging me to hop into voice chat. So
Yeah,
if
I'm in there. I'm
to
really
get you,
quiet and I read a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Cece made me promise to wait until after her show to get you on here.
yeah, it's a big shout out to Creepy Clown Girl. She's a she's been very helpful.
Yes,
Excuse me. Yeah.
she is a big promoter of the horror community, and we love her.
I used to be more active, and then I got started working third shift, and I forgot exactly how demanding third shift is, especially when my body refuses to sleep like it should.
Mm,
You don't remember you don't know what hell feels like until you can only sleep 2 hours a night for a week straight, and you're like, I think death is preferable right now.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess to each his own because if I fall asleep for like 3 hours, I feel like I can get right up because I used to do that when I would go to work. I would come home from work and then get busy on, you know, art or making a video,
Yeah.
Mhm.
fall asleep, be back up in 3 hours, and just easily hop up, no alarm, just ready to go. But it's like if I oversleep, it's when I get up, and if I get like 6 7 hours of sleep, I wake up tired, and
Well, like
here lately end up falling back asleep, and so
the thing
lately
about
my
third
my sleep.
shift is it's its own monster because you get up, you're like, I'm good to go, and then you get into work. Everyone leaves, and you're there by yourself for like 8 hours, and then like the other 8, yeah, like the other 2 hours, like I like people are around, but like that 8 hour window where you're like by yourself, man, it's like at a certain point it becomes a struggle just to stay awake.
Filia. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here watching your open commission pinned tweet on your Twitter. I'm going, that's so and so, and that's so and so, and that's so.
Uh,
Or,
I also had made a trailer for YouTube. I don't know if you saw that. I can
Mm-hmm.
I can link it to you.
yeah, I saw it. It was
Saw that
Okay.
good.
too.
Yeah, it's
So
just a compilation of all kinds of things that I was doing on the channel. You can see the Muppets on there, and
Mm-hmm.
some of the speed art and things like that. Um, there I used to, and there's a couple of videos, just some odd videos of me recording some bugs, trying to test the crush resistance of lifesavers and using heavy equipment to do so. And I was trying to like
My
prop.
granddaughter loves those videos.
Uh, and there's a gallon eggnog challenge. There was actually two. I made one private though for I don't know why,
you know,
but yeah. So
I
it was a different time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it all.
Ew,
Kind of missed it, but
Well, we.
there's the people
ew,
that.
god damn,
Are you okay?
I was sneezing and now I hurt.
Yeah.
When you
But when I
sneeze
was
so hard, you cause yourself pain.
But yeah, when I was doing those kind of videos, the people that I was surrounded by were a big inspiration in some of the things that I was doing on the channel. But unfortunately, a lot of them don't do they don't make content no more, and they're still
So
around. But it's just time. With things change, and
Mm-hmm. And people move on and
again,
change the direction they're going.
yeah, it is what it is. And but now it's just. Yeah, YouTube's cool. It's
It's going to be
has
neat to
anybody?
post
interesting.
little videos and
It's going to be interesting to see what happens when Susan's gone and we have a new CEO.
Right. Has
Um,
anybody watched the new Evil Dead franchise?
not yet.
yeah, yeah, it's good.
Is it?
Part of me hates it because Bruce Campbell's not there, but also it's good.
It
You're talking about okay, I thought you were talking about that series that came out. It's like
Oh
three
no, no,
seasons.
the
Evil
series is
Dead.
great.
Ash
Bruce Campbell,
versus the Evil
Ash
Dead.
Yeah.
versus Evil Dead. By the way, anybody who doesn't realize it, I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan, and you cannot change my mind. Bruce Campbell's a god.
He is.
Have you watched the movie with him in it called
My name is
Black
Bruce.
Friday?
Oh, Black Friday.
Yes, that movie was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I just start naming off movies that he's in?
Has anybody watched the
Um
TV show with him in it? Fucking called Burn Notice.
Yes.
That
That
show
actually
is
was one of my
amazing.
dad's favorite shows, which is
That show is
kind of funny.
amazing, and it's not just because of Bruce Campbell. All of the actors are just top notch.
Okay, George
yeah,
Lucas
there's
is trending.
there's
Um,
probably there's probably a few things I haven't seen Bruce Campbell in. I'm more familiar with him with the Evil Dead,
Yeah.
but
The Evil Dead first movie was my first horror movie I ever watched, and I was like 7 when I watched that. And people were like, "You must have been terrified," and I'm like, "Nah, that stuff didn't even
yeah.
phase me." My dad said that, and I don't remember it, but apparently it wasn't my first horror movie because I started watching horror at the age of 5, and he would say that I would just laugh, and when he asked why I was laughing at people getting murdered, I would always say something along the lines like, "The woman ran past the front door. How dumb can you be?"
Yeah.
So at the age of
Yeah.
5, I was calling out horror movie tropes. I was I
Nice.
was I was not indoctrinated into the horror scene. I was the horror scene. I was born for this.
out of
Yeah. Yeah.
out of everybody that you've worked with and you know of in the community and outside of the community, who would be your dream collaboration?
Why is it me? I'm just joking.
um. Uh. A dream collaboration. Can you repeat that again?
Out of
What was the
everybody in the horror
question?
community, who would you want to work with the most?
I'm not sure. I would be thankful to work with anybody really. I don't really have a favorite. I've worked with some creators in the past. You know, there's been some big inspirations, and that I feel like helped me get started in certain alleys with when I started doing digital drawing and things like that. There's definitely a few a few people that were awesome and still are awesome that I just can't be more thankful of. Uh, but yeah, I really haven't. There's really not a particular one, you
Okay.
know,
See,
that I would want to.
I'm a pessimist, not an optimist. I know my lane. So I've already hit like all of my dream collabs for my size. Vidith 22. I've worked with I haven't been on his channel, but he's read one of my stories and I read one of his creepy ghost stories. Uh Spirit Voices was another one. Like I've hit my dream collabs because a lot of these people in here are just freaking awesome. But most people say like Mr. Nightmare and all that. I'm like, nah, I know my lane. I'm looking for a
Yeah,
dream collab that I can accomplish, not one that I can never accomplish.
Well,
yeah, I feel you. Yeah, there's like I said, I'd be thankful to work with anybody.
okay.
A couple of awesome mentions. If it wasn't for like Unit 522,
Unit's a
Yeah.
great person.
Uncle Unit's amazing.
From my interactions with him, he's a great dude.
yeah, when I first made Twitter and everything, there was a handful of people that I used to collaborate with and work on videos and talk back and forth when I was doing the Omegle stuff. They were doing Omegle stuff, but more in the horror aspect of it, but then it led on to meeting like Unit 522 and a few others. But yeah, I'm thankful for you know everybody and really find inspiration from other content creators. Whenever I see people posting stuff on Twitter,
I
it's just that's what I enjoy is uh the conversation of or seeing things about horror or anything really outside of like you know the I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, there's a lot of names to be mentioned that I've known and know, and but I just leave it to I'm thankful for everyone, and if and they know who they are. But yeah, outside of like the horror community, like someone I know, um, that I don't know. I don't know. Um, Kind of just rambling here. But yeah, yeah.
so
I'd be thankful to collaborate with anybody. If if it came to it, like I like CC, Creepy Clown Girl. invited me to do a little a 2 sentence horror thingy,
Right.
on her channel. So that was a collaboration that was awesome. Being that I hadn't been in a collaboration in a while, you know. But yeah. So that was awesome. And to be the most recent thing. So yeah, that was awesome to do.
I
So.
I may or may not have just sent Creepy Ghost Stories a message asking if I send him lines, would he collab with me in my like audio wise on my channel.
Mm.
Okay.
By the way, see, Creepy Ghost Stories is a PA boy. We got to
Yes.
stick together.
Yeah. If you can't tell, the PA and PA Nightmare stands for Pennsylvania.
Also, Sabian Lockhart used to be a PA boy. He's close enough that I'll still acknowledge him. He's close enough.
Hi, Haunted Eden.
Yo, Haunted Eden, what's up?
YeahManProductions worked with me when I had only like 10 subscribers. Forever grateful. I think that's
No.
one of the things that I've been impressed with you and some of the other artists that we have in the community is it doesn't matter uh, how many subscribers we've got. You could have one subscriber, and if you come to Yaman or Artzilla or some of the others, they're in. You know, what do you want? And they're going to
Oh yeah,
give you the best that they can do. And I've really been impressed with that. And you're no exception. I did include you there.
yeah. The artwork that we worked on together was awesome too. Hey there, Haunted Eden and Cerise Death.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've got that artwork up on the channel that I'm using it for. I just haven't gotten anything out on the channel yet. So yeah, it's there.
Yeah, that yeah. Hold on, let me yeah, the one that
I
we
hate to
worked
do this,
on
but
was awesome.
I am gonna have to go here in a few minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping it up here. Do you have any other questions for us?
Yeah, that I was gonna say, yeah, that illustration we worked on, Mia, was a really cool one. Um, yeah, I think that's another one of my favorites. With the raven,
Mm-hmm.
with the hoodie and everything, and you got the two different skin tone colored ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I gave you a variety here.
You
We
did.
got one blonde hair, black hair.
You did, and it's great.
Yeah, those are cool.
Um, so serious. He actually did talk earlier about trying to get into the tattoo game and difficult, but serious asked if you tattoo into like tattoos with your art.
Since he's breaking up, did you ever think about doing tattoos with your art skills? You're
I'm breaking up again. Jesus.
radically high. Um, and I think you said
Um, I, uh,
you tried.
um, I had tattoo equipment. I've done tattoos. So I've practiced in doing tattoos, but not like in a parlor. I was I had some willing friends, so they were
Guinea pigs.
my guinea pigs in the process. Yeah. I've had some people uh DM me pictures where they got like I did some artwork for them, and then they sent me a picture and showed me that they got it tattooed on them, which was pretty cool.
That is
Um,
cool.
That's cool.
yeah, I haven't heard from them for a while, but they would do they did like independent horror short films and stuff like that,
Ooh.
and so I was doing like their little movie posters and things, and they had a little logo that they had, and it was like their dog, but yeah, just out of nowhere they shared a picture like, yep, got a tattoo right there on my forearm, like the whole forearm. I'm like, wow. I was like,
Uh,
that's pretty cool.
you know what?
Cool.
Now
But
I may have to get the Crimson Ranger tattooed on my body now.
Oh golly. All
I'm
right.
gonna need you to
I'll get
make
there
me a
more.
power coin for that though.
But to go back to her question, I would like love to get back into it, but I would want to do it more, you know, ethically. I don't want to do it out, in my kitchen or somewhere, have
Yeah.
somebody come over and
More
get it done.
hygienic.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's things that need to be taken into concern, cross contamination, and I mean, I followed by the best I could. I was very clean when and sterile and everything. But
Look,
I
as long
just
as you got a sort of sterile environment and you're using it all the time, I mean, you're good to go.
I mean, I'm I mean, I've had me and my buddies make homemade tattoo equipment with a spoon and a lead pencil and guitar string. So,
Jeez,
we've rigged up some
you were
like
MacGyver in that shit.
yeah, we've done some take the motor out of a cassette tape player and break it down to just the motor and stick an
Break it
eraser
down.
on it and bend a spoon. Yeah, straight up prison tattooing.
Wow.
Yeah, but but yeah, they were my guinea pigs.
Okay, you
But
gotta.
they always came out fine, for what I did, Man, they were always decent tattoos, and I can always whenever I see some of them, and I see their tattoos, they still hold up. And but it's definitely a learning curve, and to be able to go into a parlor and learn it would be awesome, but it's something that I'm not really. I
I
mean, I'm not jumping to or nothing like that.
yeah,
You got
I
to be careful with your word usage around me because you said break it down, and now I'm listening to the Degeneration X theme song.
Hmm.
um yeah, I remember at one point we had somebody who was a friend of ours who was looking into tattoo schools, and here um the cheapest school was like $5,000, but the best school was like 2,000. So I
Yeah, I don't think there's any schools around here. I think it's more or less you become an apprentice under somebody who's willing to teach you.
mhm
And from people that I've talked to, and explained to them, I went to this said person or that person, and
right
they they gave me this price that and they and they were pretty professional in the art world too, and they would tell me that's ridiculous. You shouldn't have to pay to learn, under somebody if
right
you're just going there and watching. And again, it's all about who you know.
mhm
So if I grew up and knew tattoo artists, then I'd probably have a better chance to getting in with the group. But alas, I really don't know. I don't know no other like artists outside of off the internet, and the creators I see on Twitter and YouTube and such, that I've communicated with and whatnot. But like out in the real world, yeah,
the
I'm just
offline
kind
world.
of just solo out here. Yeah, I'm a ghost. And I don't. There's nobody else that I know. They're just not into it
Mhm.
or anything like that. And so I just keep to myself, or
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe one day, I have a sibling who works at a tattoo parlor now, but they don't tattoo or anything like that. They do scheduling and stuff like that, and
Yeah, it's still a
but
foot in
I mean,
possibly.
so it could be a little foot in the door for me if I talk to them to see. But again, I'm not really trying to. You're doing a tattoo. If you mess up, you can't erase.
No.
I don't. I don't want to be. I don't want to mess someone up. Or not be at my peak
Right.
to in order. I want to be able to. But so yeah, tattooing right now is just not a thing. Any upcoming things that I would enjoy learning is um, maybe a little animation. I mean, I've studied and practiced and dabbled a little bit in that, but again, it's a time wise thing, and I have a few projects I've been working on. I haven't made anything public, and or on Twitter or anything, but there may be some new things to come. The share and stuff like that I've been working on, and starting up a comic book. Maybe like on a I think there's a website called like Webtoons or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Just making like a short. I have a very vivid idea of a comic book I've been thinking of for a very long time. But just developing the characters and everything in the storyline, which I have a little bit of, but it's just it's very uh, I don't know. I procrastinate, I guess. But just maybe some things to share more in the future. But right now, I'm just appreciative and thankful, to those that I have worked with and are working with and will work with. So I'm very thankful and humbled um, by all that.
Okay, so I have put his YouTube and Twitter and Instagram in there for you guys. You want to check him out? Check out his artwork, which you can probably check out on several of our uh, channels.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
But
right there.
I've been yeah. But Instagram's been pretty dead for me. I haven't been on there. I haven't posted anything in a while, but there are, a few pictures on there. A lot of older stuff.
Mm,
But I'm primarily just on Twitter. I need to tweet more, but just outside of the internet, some other things have popped up, and
right.
just trying to out so it's just like but yeah, I'm easiest to contact on Twitter, and I'm primarily on Twitter, and I share and art and stuff there on Twitter, so
And
it's all about the Twitter.
he's very quick on getting back with you, and he has reasonable
Try
prices.
to be try to be it's yeah, yeah, prices are all up for discussion. I try to be fair, and because there's still the passion and the love of drawing that I enjoy. It's not a it's never been, so I try
Yeah.
to be fair and understanding in certain situations of others, and and just again very thankful and humbled to work with whom I worked with and who I work with and who I may eventually work with. So it's always a blast
Well, we've
Yeah.
been
to
very
create
happy to
stuff
have you
with
here
people.
and
Yeah, and I
have you join us. Next,
appreciate you having me.
we'll have to have you back sometime.
Yep. Definitely
Yeah,
have to have you back at some point, bro.
And
yeah, for sure. I mean,
I don't know. We may come up with. Well, he's already coming up with projects for you over there. Um, he was
well,
PA was coming up with them before we even
yeah,
started.
uh,
I do what
well,
I
yeah,
do.
like, yeah. Well, Discord is still new to me. Notifications, I try to stay on top of those, but sometimes you know, I don't see them as quickly. Again, Twitter,
Right.
and I'm always available. There's no, not available. So, I'm just anybody can, you guys or whoever can, always can hit me up anytime. It don't matter. 24/7. Uh, DMs, my DMs are open to everyone. So
All right. So this Yaman or Yeah Man, depending on who
yeah.
you want to listen to. Um, and look, I got corrected so many times because it's Yeah Man. No, it's Yaman. It's Yeah Man.
Mhm.
So that's why I wanted to ask
Yeah,
that
it's
question.
yeah, I was looking, I was looking for just a very well, when coming up with the name, I was trying to find something that was easy to remember for people, something that something that was easy to spell,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a common phrase that everybody and their mama uses. So, it's just, and I decided on the name because of just these old fellas I used to work with, picking back and forth at each other because one of them was like, I mean, with like every other sentence, he would say, "Yeah, man," in there, and the other old man was picking on him for saying, "Yeah, man," a lot. And he had an idea. He said he told him that he had an idea to start selling eggs, and they were going to call their business "Yeah, man, Eggs." And I was just walking by, and I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "I like that." And so
That's
without
got a
telling
ring
nobody,
to it.
because yeah, because yeah, uh, so yeah, and then it kind of, I started thinking about the name, and then the phrase was, it kind of hit the spot. I'm one of my favorite Disney movies is The Jungle Book.
Mm.
Baloo goes, "Yeah, man," a lot,
Yeah,
in
man.
the movie and the song Bare Necessities. So but it primarily came from two old men just yapping back and forth at each other about their egg business and calling it "Yeah Man Eggs" because the guy was like, he just say "Yeah Man" all the time. He'd pat his belly and go "Yeah Man," and so I was just walking by and I was just like, I'm taking that. So yeah, it's just very easy to spell and just a common phrase. Easy to remember for those who want to remember. Just yeah. So, and then the TV. It just yeah, just kind of rang. It's on my banner says Yeah Man Productions, but it's but known if it's Yeah Man TV, but
Yeah.
Yeah Man Productions was kind of just like it's that too, but it's Yeah Man TV.
Yeah, man. TV Productions. It just has a ring to it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, something like Yeah Man Productions. Yeah, Yeah Man Productions presents Yeah Man TV, or what, or something like that. I don't know. I don't really think too much about it now, but yeah, yeah, man. Mm,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
All right. It's been great talking to you, and definitely
Uh,
will keep you in mind for anything else we have to do with art, because you're great.
Well, I appreciate it, and it was a
Agreed.
blast being on here. And I'm always if y'all down the road do another little live stream or something, I'm be more than happy to join if I'm around, which I
Cool.
normally am. So
Sounds good, bro.
appreciate you guys having me.
Thank you for coming. And
Indeed.
anything you want to say to our listeners, either here or on the
Have
replay
a
crew?
nice, have a nice day.
And everybody be safe.
That's it.
And hopefully we'll see you again next week. PA?
Till
Yes.
next time.
Anything?
What's up? Not really. I've been putting videos out sporadically. Um, my body's still trying to get used to third shift, even though I've been on it for a while. So at this point, it's like one video every 2 weeks. But eventually, I will get back to my normal schedule.
All right. Well, this is the Traveler's Tavern on the Nevermore Collective. Nevermore Collective was created by As the Raven Dreams for anybody to try out what they can't do on their own channel, and for shows like this. So you can get a hold of anyone you see hosting a show, As the Raven Dream, his wife, Lady Raven, Midnight Researcher, Arafine, PA, me, 42, Dillinger. Uh, I could keep going with names, couldn't I?
Pretty much, if you contact someone in this server, they will direct you to someone in charge.
Yeah, and we'll get you set up. And you don't have to do a live, you can do videos. We've got both. And just remember, once you join the collective, you can leave nevermore.
Nevermore.
I find myself thinking about our sweet escape. I love to daydream about those memories made when the ocean swept our hearts away. Basking in the sun, my lover. Do you remember that time? Those cerulean tides set fire. Sapphire time. I find myself thinking about our sweet escape. I love to daydream about the memories made when